His death prompted outrage across the nation and inspired his parents to be change agents around the world.
The day after Thanksgiving 2012, 17-year-old Jordan Davis was shot to death at a Jacksonville gas station by a man who asked Jordan and his friends to turn down their music in their car. That man is now serving a life sentence.
Together, Keitha and I are taking a look back exactly 10 years after Jordan Davis's murder. What's changed in the work that his parents believe still needs to be done?
The most important day of my life is the day that Jordan was born. It was February 16th, 1995.
Never forget that day. I never forget, I'm the first one that saw him when he came out.
Just so exciting for us because, I'd suffered, a couple of miscarriages. And so he really was for us a miracle baby, a miracle child.
I wanted to be there when he opened his eyes and when he had his first cry.
His first cry in the early morning hours of February 16th, 1995. Jordan Davis's last breath, the evening of November 23rd, 2012.
I remember on the 23rd that I was going to work leaving at 2:30, and he asked me for some money to go to the mall. And I hugged him, and he hugged me and said, "Thanks, Dad, I love you, Dad." And I said, "I love you. Take care. Make sure you're home by the time I get home."
So this is where he's buried? Right here where the yellow flowers are.
In 2013, a year after losing her only son, Lucy McBath reflected on her life after his death.
I guess when I come out here, I know that God has given me a whole new life, a whole new job as a gun safety advocate.
10 years later, she's lived out that job. First as a grassroots advocate, and now in Congress representing Georgia's 6th Congressional District, helping those who have lost loved ones to gun violence.
We're not numbers, we're not statistics, we're real life human beings. And so being able to utilize my voice internally in the halls of Congress as a victim to really implore to people and really impress upon them how important and how critical it is that we pass legislation, meaningful legislation, bipartisan legislation that saves lives. And I've been able to do that.
Though they are no longer married to each other, both Jordan's mother and father carry on his legacy.
What's next for me is continuing to do the good work that God has allowed me to do.
You fill it up with goodness in your community.
For Ron Davis, his work in Jacksonville has come to an end, following a decade of walking with Jordan.
I have 10 years of stories from probably 30 families per year, and I'm full. Now I'm living because I still have to live life. I don't want to die just continuing to do the things that I've done over the last 10 years. I've given it 10 years of my life. So I'm done. This is the last hurrah for me.
The time of mourning is over. We never forget, but to be able to continue to live as Jordan would want us to live and as Jordan would expect us to live, we have to live in celebration and help make sure that there are others that are able to celebrate their families as well.
Davis now spends a lot of his time in the Philippines, where he continues advocating on behalf of children and families in need in his youngest son's honor.
I'm in a condominium on the 12th floor facing the beach in the Philippines.
Choosing life following his child's death. Some days, simply put, are worse than others.
A couple of times that I went out on the balcony, I looked down and the grief just started going up my body. And the devil was saying to me, "You've done all you can. Why do you still live with this pain? Just go ahead and end it all. Just jump." That's what I was hearing.
He also acknowledges an angel that keeps him off that balcony.
I love God now more than I ever have, because he's real. He exists in every single one of us. And he's always willing to bless us.
A force they both feel continuing to drive their purpose.
10 years later, Jordan's message would be to both to his father and to me, "Well done, thank you. Thank you for not remaining in the pain. Thank you for taking, all of your pain and using it for good for other people."
And I want the people of Jacksonville to continue to remember Jordan in any small way. When you hear loud music, that's Jordan. When you hear the bass go boom, that's Jordan Davis.
Ron Davis wants to thank the city of Jacksonville for all of the support over the years. He says the Jordan Davis Foundation isn't going anywhere. WalkWithJordan.org will continue to advocate for youth across the world.
And Jordan's mother is helping young black males by providing scholarships through the Champion in the Making Legacy Foundation, which she started in honor of her son.